As a community, we build empathy, curiosity, joy, and connection when we share stories with you. Welcome to Storytellers Project, part of the USA Today network.
Hi, this is Megan Finnerty, and I'm Storytellers Project to be here on behalf and the 17th America who are going to be in 20. We're optimistic and years of hosting this very room. We in person in your sure what I'm talking about. The U.S. Live Nights of Trees in Communities, our network, and coach the true stories that can and can be pretended. It's often a bars, and you can bring it. We're really excited to bring to you. I'm going to begin and then introduce you to some of our who are going to help. We are really, truly, it seems like for me new in I am a super big storytelling Ohio. Somebody later will say, we'll get into that. Again, they are huge supporters of the care in the middle of downtown. The Des Moines Registers. Going to be joining us from them. They are Indianapolis again this year. Mr. Papers, and we'll have a Pulitzer Prize for Indianapolis. Knoxville is just so happy to have this year looking, and they are one of us happy to have such.
Okay, I'm so sorry. That might have been my earpods. I've been using them for a year. But anyway, I'll keep going. Should I just start over? I guess I'm so sorry. This is live. Austin, Columbus, Des Moines, Greenville, Indianapolis, Knoxville, Louisville, Nashville, Palm Beach, Florida will be new. Phoenix, Rochester, Naples and Fort Myers in Florida, Wilmington, Delaware, Wilmington, North Carolina, Worcester, Massachusetts, and York, Pennsylvania. We are really excited to have all of those cities. And now I want to bring up some of our new colleagues who are joining the project this year. Tom Elia is the project lead and community and public safety editor at the Palm Beach Post. Hi, Tom. Sorry about my mistake there.
No worries. Good to see you, Megan.
You too. Also, I want to say thank you for wearing a tie for this today.
Hey, somebody had to.
Super classy. So, Tom, we're really excited to be in Palm Beach. It's one of the, we merged together a couple of years ago, and so Palm Beach is new to the project. Tell us a little bit about your venue, the Lake Park Black Box.
Oh, it is awesome. I toured it the other day with two other members of the storytelling team, and I can't think of a better setting for it. It's in Lake Park, a town about 2 miles, actually, just north of West Palm Beach, I should say. It seats about 275, 250 people. It's got a stage. You can see everyone in the back row. You can see everyone in the front row. The acoustics are excellent. The sightlines are wonderful. Awesome. It's really going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. I'm really excited. Tell us about why you wanted to bring the Storytellers Project to Palm Beach.
Well, we have 1.5 million people who live in Palm Beach County. It's quite a place. If it was a city, it would be Philadelphia or Dallas or Phoenix or San Diego. We must have 1 million stories worth telling. And there's something just exciting about the spoken word as a way to communicate with people, as a way to do a form of journalism.
I'm super excited about it. I have one last question for you. Will you be having any Florida man stories?
We'll do a lot better than Florida, man.
Okay,
This county has really become a fascinating, diverse place. It's still growing in terms of number of people. It's growing younger every year. We not just kids who are here, but young professionals coming back to start careers and families. It's also growing more diverse. The last census found that 1 in 4 county residents identifies as Hispanic, 1 in 5 is Black. We want our shows to capture all of that diversity.
That's fantastic. I'm genuinely looking forward to it because I know the whole point of the project is that people are surprised by what they learn and who they see and what stories get told. My last question for you is, who's going to be doing some of the coaching and emceeing?
Oh, we've got quite a collection of people here. I can run through all the names if you'd like. Or,
Real quick.
well, let's see. From our web team, we've got Jonathan Tully. From reporters, we got Catherine Kokel. We have Rashida Harper Skinner. We have Emily Smar, one of our sports writers. We have our editorial page editor, Tony Doris, another reporter, Victoria Villanueva Marquez, who covers Southern Palm Beach County. From the editing side, we have myself, we have Antigone Barton, we have Andrew Davis. We've got
a huge team.
I had to go in with a lot of people because we're a big county and I knew I'd need all of them.
Oh my gosh. I love your enthusiasm, Tom. We really, really appreciate you. We are going to now take it to Wilmington, North Carolina. So I'm going to say thanks and see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome. We are going to introduce Dan Spears. He's our project lead and he's the sports editor. And he's here with Pam Sander, who's the regional editor of our Southern Division. And she's at the Wilmington Star News. Hi. Thank you both so much for joining us. So Dan, I'm first going to ask you, tell us a little bit about your team of journalist coaches.
Sure, absolutely. So we have a little smaller team than Tom, but we're not as big of a place. So that's so it'll be John Staten, who is our arts and entertainment writer. He also is a lifelong resident of Wilmington, so he knows this place pretty well. Allison Ballard, who covers food and drink. It's a big industry for us here. It's a lot of mom and pop and individual restaurants here. And then Matthew Prensky, who's our regional investigative reporter, is on the team, as well as myself. And then Fran Norton, who is one of our former employee of us in Wilmington, and she now works with our sister paper up the road in Fayetteville, and she's going to be helping us out as well. She is a content coach and has covered crime and courts and everything like that. But she's also written some fabulous stories in the past about people connecting with others and long lost loves and things like that. So we have a really good group that's very diverse and really looking forward to getting started down here in 2022.
I'm so excited. It sounds like a lot of people who know a good story when they hear it.
Definitely.
Pam, I want to ask you, talk to me about why you're investing in the project and bringing it to your region. What's in it for the audience? Oh, Pam, we can't hear you. Okay. We'll see if we can get Pam's audio on, but Dan, if you want to take that.
Yeah, sure. So a lot of people probably don't know where Wilmington is, but you've seen it on television and in the movies all the time. We've had a ton of things shot here over the years. Movies wise, Iron Man 3 and Under the Dome on TV, and the new Scream movie that comes out in 2022. The latest Halloween movie was shot here.
Wow.
Wilmington has been all over. We tell other people's stories through movies and television here, and now we get a chance through the Storytellers Project to actually tell our own story in our community. And so we're really looking forward to being the people to help distribute that out and let people hear from others in our community that have been here or are new here. We have a lot of people that have moved here in the last 10 to 15 years as well. So we're really excited about getting to see that side of the town.
I'm excited for that too. Thank you for that. I had no idea about all those movies. Pam, is there a chance we can hear you yet? Are you unmuted? She is unmuted. Okay. Pam, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happened, but you look great, and we're appreciative of your support for the project. If we can figure it out, we'll come back to you in a minute. But I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much for being here, Dan. With that, we're going to take it to Columbus, Ohio, where we're going to hear from Danae King, who's our project lead for Faith, Values, and Immigration, and Alan Miller, who's the editor at the Columbus Dispatch. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey there.
Hi. Well, thank you so much for being here. We're new to Columbus. And so my first question for Danae is, what should we look forward to in stories from Central Ohio?
Yeah, so I am so excited that we're going to start this here. And, we are a lot of people think Ohio and Columbus is, a small Midwestern city, but the truth is we're the 14th largest city in the country, and we've got a really diverse population. We've got a lot of refugee and immigrants from Somalia and Bhutan, Nepal, Eritrea, and we've also got a ton of young people. And more than that, we have stories, and I think they really need to be told. So we're really excited to showcase our young, diverse population and really tell people what we're all about here.
That is awesome. Alan, I was teasing you earlier that everybody pays attention to Ohio every 4 years nationally. And of course, when the Ohio State University is, doing well. But tell us, what might we be surprised about with the stories from Columbus coming out next year?
I would echo what Danae said about the diversity here, and I'm sure that you'll hear from a lot of people who aren't from Ohio. In fact, a lot of people who live in Columbus are from somewhere else. It's a fast-growing city with, as Danae said, a youthful population. We like to tell our friends in Austin that their city is Columbus South. Our cities are very much alike in being state capitals, blue cities surrounded by red states, youthful in part because of the large college population and thousands of immigrants. The big difference is we have much better roads. But the bottom line is we really know how to tell good stories in Columbus. It's the hometown of...
Oh, hi everyone. This is George.
Here.
Yes, he's making sure I have my earpods. Hi everyone. Thank you, Peter. Oh, he's trying to put it in my ear. Well, this is really live television at the end of the pandemic.
I love it. It's like pretty Zoom meetings.
I got him. God bless him. He knows.
Now you have a story to tell.
Always. So I'm going to say, you guys are going to be at the Columbus Athenaeum. Tell me about that venue.
Yeah, so I got the chance to tour it the other day, and it's great. It's a historic venue right in the heart of downtown Columbus. And it's really just fun and an intimate room that we're going to be in. We're going to be in the small theater. And so there's a great stage, but there's also kind of twinkle lights setting the mood from the ceiling. And I think it's just beautiful hand-painted walls and a great historic organ. So I think we're gonna have a great time in that venue and really get to connect with one another.
Awesome, Danae, thank you so much. And Alan, thank you for bringing the project to your region. We're really excited to be in Central Ohio.
Well, we're grateful for the opportunity. In fact, when I first heard about this some years ago, I was jealous that other cities were hosting these and that we weren't able to at that time. So I'm very happy that we're included now.
We are too. I mean, you're a huge newsroom, and we know Ohio is a massive state with so many stories. And in my experience, I live in Phoenix. Everyone from Phoenix is from Ohio. So I know they have great stories, because in my community, people are always telling stories about growing up back in Ohio and in the Midwest. So we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We're going to take it to Nashville now, where we're going to meet our storytelling coach and the opinion and engagement editor at the TENNESSEAN, LeBron Hill. LeBron, we're so excited to have you. You're going to be one of the MCs next year, and you picked out the venue. Tell us about the Root Theater at the National Museum of African American History. Talk to us about why you're in that space, what you loved about it.
Yeah, so the National Museum of African American Music, the NAMAM, as people like to call it for short, it's a beautiful, it's right in beautiful Lower Broad. It has just this a rich, just a huge, rich history of African American music, ranging from early gospel music all the way to now, currently with hip hop music. So I mean, it basically encompasses all of the rich and beautiful history that the African American music culture. So yeah, and I'm just really excited that we're able to have all of our shows there in the theater, the Root Theater, and so yeah, it's I'm excited. I'm excited to have these shows.
So we're returning to Nashville, LeBron, after we've been there since 2016. Talk to us about why you are so excited. What are the themes we're going to have in Nashville? Tell us sort of a little bit about the flavor of the shows.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm excited because I hosted or I emceed an event back in 2019 before everything for the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and so I was able to kind of get a taste, and I was super excited about it. And then everything happened, but I was able to MC the virtual events last year or just this past year, so it was cool. But no, I mean, I think you'll get a lot of a taste of all the diversity in Nashville. I think that you will be able to hear stories that are impactful, not only for yourself, but for your family. I think that you'll get a taste of the true Nashville, and what really for me has been a great experience is to see all these great people that I've been able to report on and talk to as a journalist here in Nashville. So yeah.
I'm really excited. People think they know Nashville, right, from the outside, but coming to your shows, you get to really meet the people who make that place so special, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's just that's the wonder of being a journalist, that you get to see all these great people and get to see get an in-depth look. And so I think that for people being able to come in virtually or watching it at home or whatever, because we will broadcast some on the USA Today Network channel, by the way. Ooh. So yeah, I mean, for them to be able to look and see what really is Nashville, I think it's a great opportunity, and I get really excited about it. So.
Well, we are so grateful for your investment in the project and your willingness to lead, coach, and be an MC next year. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. All right. So if you've been watching and you're like, hey, how do I get my chance on stage? We hope you're wondering that. All of our cities, we book people just like you, if you're watching, everyday people. We invite you to tell stories, and we provide all of our storytellers with 3 to 6 hours of coaching from our journalists. So it's pretty intense, but we spread it across 2 months, so it's not too much of a burden. And we do this to ensure that you're emotionally safe in telling, and that the audience, that the story really serves your community, is entertaining, is compelling, is fun to listen to, because we guarantee that these nights are fun and emotionally safe, and they're nothing that's wrong with open mic nights, but they're not open mic nights. How you can be a teller is each community is going to have 20 storytellers next year, and Des Moines and Phoenix are going to have 30 because they're going to have slightly larger seasons. And you can go to storytellersproject.com, and there's a button at the top that just says tell. We literally take your pitches on the internet, and it goes into an inbox that's opened by real people. Our team member, Michelle, she then routes those pitches to the newsrooms who are looking for them. So that's how we get our storytellers. We don't need you to be a great storyteller, charismatic, outgoing. You don't have to be funny or experienced. We are truly just looking for people who think, I have something in my heart and I want to give it to the community. Our themes next year are really, really broad because we want to encourage all kinds of people to tell. So we are going to have growing up, love and heartbreak, food and family, neighbors, holiday, and the one, Des Moines and Phoenix will have slightly different ones. They're also going to have fashion and beauty, and Des Moines, I think, is going to have one about kind of being an outsider. You can check the website, though. If you go to storytellersproject.com, you can see every city's list of themes. But as you can hear, they're pretty broad. I'm going to repeat them again real quick. Most of the themes are growing up, neighbors, food and family, and holiday. And so those are pretty broad themes, and we would be lucky to have you pitch us. And when we ask you to pitch us, we're really just looking for you to be like, hey, I have a story, and here's how to get a hold of me again. We're not really looking is this a genius essay that this person has written? The pressure is not that high. I'm going to close out today's show by actually introducing you to one of our coaches and a full-time journalist at the Arizona Republic. Daniel Gonzalez has been with us for years as a key member of the project. And hi, Daniel, we're excited to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit about the coaching process?
Sure. So we try to make this as seamless and effortless as possible for the storytellers. We'll provide you with a packet that has all your questions answered. It walks you through the whole process. And then we start the actual storytelling process with coaching sessions. So that first session, you'll come with your story. It doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't have to be in any kind of final form, but just the outline of your story. And when I talk about the story, we're obviously want the story to fit the theme that we're showcasing for that event. And you tell us that story over the phone, and on the phone there's about 2 or 3 coaches to help you through that process, and we listen through your story that first coaching session, and then we move on. We have a total of 3 coaching sessions.
Daniel, it sounds kind of emotionally intense for both the teller and the journalist. How do you guys make it fun? Is it fun?
It is fun. I've actually been on both sides. I've told stories and I've also coached for a long time. And it's a lot of fun to see a story that you take that you might have told many times to your friends or to your mom and dad or at a bar, and to see that story, elevated to the point where you tell it on a stage. And some of our storytellers are very experienced and seasoned, and other people are folks who have never told a story before. When I first told my story, I had never stood up on a stage and told a story before. But it's so much fun for the storytellers to be able to get up there and tell their story and have that feedback. When you're telling a story to your friends or your mom or your dad, you're in a casual setting, but when you're in front of a live audience and you see the feedback, you see them reacting to your story, you see the emotion, and you feed off that. It's a really, really fun experience. And also the storytellers coaches that we have are also really awesome. They really know how to help you elevate your story, how to make your story as best as possible. They know how to make you feel comfortable in front of an audience. So we try to make it as fun and exciting as possible for everybody.
Awesome. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us about your experience. You're like such a believer in the project, and we're so lucky to have you be a part of it. Thanks for your time here today.
Thank you.
We figured out what's going on with Pam, and we're going to bring her back up because it is a big deal to be in her region, and we're happy to have her support. Hi, Pam.
Hi, can you hear me now?
We can. Thank you so much for speaking with us. I know, live TV.
Yes, and virtual.
I know. I swear to God, people are like, oh, we've been doing it for 2 years. And I was like, but every day is the first day somehow. But Pam, talk to us about why should people come to see a show? Like, what's your sales pitch when you go out to drinks with your friends and you say, hey, my newsrooms are investing in this project. Come to the show. What do you tell people?
I tell people that people love to tell stories, and sometimes they need help figuring out how to get their message across. And the idea that we can take that you as a storyteller could get help from journalists at really putting your story together is fascinating. And as you said, Megan, there are people who they have things to get off their heart that they really want to tell. And this program in particular, as Alan in Columbus said, I've been excited about this program even before we were part of it. And I think part of that comes from you. You actually project, I'm not bragging to you, but you project such passion for it. You project the same kind of passion that I think the storytellers project when they're up on the stage. It really, people want to be involved because they know you take good care of them.
Oh, Pam. Well, I'll send you the check for $47 immediately. No, I'm kidding. But Pam, it's really true. And I super appreciate that. What we want to convey through today's little session is that, this is a really earnest effort on behalf of all of our newsrooms to really amplify and lift up the stories of everyday people in which we are facilitators, but we are not the final editors. And that's a special thing to do. It's not part of our everyday journalism,
Yes, I think it's great. And of course, it also puts us journalists into the community, working with people one-on-one, developing relationships, and getting better at what they want to do as well.
Awesome. Well, Pam, we appreciate your support, and we are excited to bring the project to your community. Thank you for being on today's show.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in briefly to hear this 2022 season launch of the Storytellers Project from USA Today. I'm going to recap a couple quick big ideas if you're just joining us or you're catching us at the end. We are going to be coming to 17 cities across America, a ton of which are new this year, including Austin, Texas, and Columbus, Ohio, and Wilmington, North Carolina. So we are happy to be in these new cities. We'll be returning to cities like Phoenix and Des Moines and Louisville and Nashville. We're looking for 4 quarterly nights in most of our cities and 6 every other month in Phoenix and Des Moines. We are looking for storytellers from all kinds of backgrounds, truly, because we know a diversity of storytellers leads to a diversity of narratives, and that you will be supported in the storytelling process by these people and their colleagues, full-time journalists at the USA Today Network, who are going to invest in you and your story so that you can serve your community with a little tiny gift from your heart. We know that the stories are going to be funny, they're going to be compelling, they're going to be entertaining. We just just need to invite you to be part of the project. You can buy tickets right this minute, including season tickets for all of the cities, or you can pitch us stories. If you think, hey, I've got something I want to talk about, and it's, you know, not like about ongoing litigation, then we want to hear from you. That's a little joke about journalism. So with that, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to deeply thank all of the editors, reporters, photographers, coaches, and the whole group of journalists that are going to be part of the 2022 season. There's more than 125 of us who are going to be facilitating these shows next year. So this is a big thank you for all the work we're about to do in 2022. Hopefully, we'll see you in one of the theaters or on stage. Thanks for tuning in.